In today's take, I want to talk about Kawhi Leonard and the injury update status on Kawhi Leonard so far. Now, before we get into that, though, please like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell so you can get the newest and the bonus content. We put out content every day, so you won't miss any here. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Now, there's been a lot of excitement around the Clippers lately in regards to the new stadium opening and them having the opportunity to, start their own legacy in regards to being a team that has their own building, their own arena, and their own fans. And, that's definitely always a good thing because I think they was probably the only team in the NBA that doesn't have or didn't have that. But now going forward, they will have that. And I'm not sure if it's going to be this year. I think it's actually following next year. I think the stadium, the arena and everything's going to open for them to use. And regardless of when it is, they definitely have it. And it's definitely in the works now. But Steve Ballmer was asked a question here in the midst of the ceremony and everything of him actually acquiring the new Intuit Dome arena that they're going to have. He was asked a question about Kawhi Leonard's injury update and status. And, when I read the comments about what Steve Ballmer said, he said, we don't know, he's not sure. He basically was saying he's not sure. He doesn't know. It's possible he can come back, around the March, April time frame that a lot of people project him on, but he is unsure. And, hearing that from Steve Ballmer, of course, Kawhi Leonard keeps his camp to himself and everybody stays quiet on Kawhi Leonard's side of the world. But at the same time, it just seems like one of those situations like when he first got injured in the playoffs. Nobody knew what was going on. Everybody was confused. Everybody just didn't know. Everybody just kind of was like, oh, okay, well, whenever Kawhi, gets healthy, he gets healthy. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And, things like that sometimes could be, good, but also could be bad because it just kind of makes it seem like, if everything is so private with Kawhi Leonard and the owners and the team doesn't know anything about what's going on, it kind of can cause a gap or put a gap between the player and the team. And to me, in a lot of situations, that's never a good thing. But, Kawhi has been this way pretty much all his career. Has been quiet, been to himself, never really letting people know or the inside or any insiders know anything about what he's doing or where he is. Hopefully, I'm going to take it as a good thing myself because hopefully Kawhi maybe can surprise everybody and come back at that time frame between March and April or a little bit sooner since the ACL tear wasn't as bad as a lot of people initiated or thought that it was. So, it might be a big deal being made out of that here soon. So I wanted to go ahead and throw this report out to you. You can actually check it out on cbssports.com where Steve Ballmer says that in regards to he's not being sure exactly, when Kawhi is coming back or what the possibility of it is or his severity of his injury is or anything like that. So it's just one of those things where to me, it's just Kawhi being Kawhi. Kawhi is going to be quiet. He's going to be silent about it. And that's just the way what the fans and everybody expects of him. So it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I guarantee you if it gets to like Undisputed or something like that, or, with Shannon Sharp or Nick Wright or somebody like that, I guarantee they're going to try to make something out of it more than what it is. I mean, like I said, Kawhi has always been real discreet, real to himself. And I know sometimes it could seem not good or set well with fans because he's so distant and he's so like not involved with the team seem like. But this is just how Kawhi is. He doesn't talk and he keeps people in his camp by his side. He keeps them not talking as well. And the only person on his camp that does any type talking or has before is his Uncle Dennis. But even still, he has him, strung like a puppet as well too, because he doesn't even speak as much as he probably could on other situations. But just because Steve Ballmer really doesn't know Kawhi Leonard's status of his health and everything like that doesn't mean Kawhi Leonard's not going to come back at a feasible time. It just means that, hey, maybe Steve Ballmer wasn't really paying attention to it, or maybe, Kawhi Leonard's camp is just being so quiet that that's just the way it is. And he's respecting how Kawhi Leonard goes about his business. Now, like I said, it can bode well for it can go down as a bad situation for some teams, in situations like that, because you want to know where your superstar is and what's going on. You definitely do. But at the same time, you have to just wait and see, especially with Kawhi Leonard. Because when it comes to Kawhi Leonard, like I said, he does things his own way. And that's just how he is. Nobody's ever going to stop that or change that. But it's just something that everybody's gonna have to live with. But you trust in Kawhi Leonard because he's a great player, and he does great things on the court. So when he gets back, he'll be back to his old ways, hopefully. So that's my take on everything in regards to that, though. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out somewhat in the media in regards to what Steve Ballmer said and how it's going to be interpreted is one thing. So, like I said, don't be alarmed by that. It's just the media going to try to make something out of it probably, but it's no big deal. Kawhi will be back when he comes back, and he'll be ready to go. And hopefully, the Clippers can make a run, as they did last year. They were so close last year, but maybe next time is the charm. But, hey, that's my take on everything. As I said, leave any comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think, and we'll just kind of go from there. And, hey, Cali out.